Okay, so this is another small project for the channel. This is an Opel Kadett 1.1 from 1973. This car is not my own, but a family member's who just inherited it from his grandfather. And it has not been on the road for the last 4 years, I think it was. And now it's needs an MOT or syn, as it is called back here. Runs fine and brakes okay-ish, and I think it's going to be a easy project. So next step is to lift it up and check for rust and whatnot. Okay, let's get under the car and check it. There's a small puddle of oil, but it's not from this car, it's from a Citroen GSA that I got, which is always leaking. I think it's standard for those models. Okay. It looks kind of okay-ish there. Whoops. There's a small tear in this boot for the steering knuckle, so that will have to be changed, because that would be a fail in the MOT. Other than that, let me just try to put this light somewhere. This is difficult to do with one hand. I think that the bearing is a bit loose, but I think they can be tightened on a model like this. Okay, I'm just going to take off the wheel and check the bearing, if I can tighten it up, and just check the brakes over and see if they are good to service. So. And now we can take off the brake drum. But not with one hand. This is looking very, very nice. This one is not that old. I know that the car was made ready for MOT for 4 years ago, but never got MOT'd, so the brakes has been serviced back then and will just have to be checked over. I think you should always take care with this dust on brake system, especially on old cars, because they can be full of asbestos. So it's a good idea to put some water on them or get the dust away. Don't inhale it. Have a mask on or something. Next step, I will try to tighten up this one or check if it is possible. Yeah. Okay, I did not tighten up the bearing because everything seems to be in specs, so that's all right. I will put the wheel back on. It's fine over here. Everything is looking kind of okay-ish, but this bleeding nipple for the brakes are quite rusty, and I think, wow, big spider. And I think I'm going to have to change the brake fluid, and that could be a difficult thing. But let's see. Other than that, the rockers. There's a slide hole, small hole right there. That needs to be welded. And here we have a hole which needs to be welded. trouble. It's quite easy to fix this actually, but the problem is that this in here is the fuel tank, so that one will have to be removed to safely weld it up, at least, because it could go boom. So I will remove that. One nice thing is that the brake lines has been changed once, because this is copper brake lines, which doesn't rust, and that is nice. Everything else is looking okay. It's an old car, and it's a very humid and salty environment in Denmark, so everything will rust quickly. So there's some rust here, which we need to fix. That's not that bad. Yeah. Okay, that's it for the presentation of this car and this project. In the next video I will be tackling the rust in the right rear wheel well and the panel, and in the left rear well, and then it will be a matter of checking the brakes and changing the tire rod end, and then I think it will be ready for an MOT. Let's see.